everyone, welcome to my bat mitzvah. Hope you all have a great time.
Chani and I would like to give a shvach v'edah to Kadosh Baruch Hu for reaching this milestone in our lives, the bas mitzvah of our dear daughter, Devorah. Thank you everyone for coming from near and from far in order to celebrate this momentous occasion. We are aware that everyone has busy schedules and responsibilities, and we are grateful for everyone for coming. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my parents, from whom I have learned much of what I know about life and about Yiddishkeit and the proper way to be an Oved Hashem. The warmth of my mother and the proper demeanor, coupled with the advice of my father and the Torah I'm zocheh to learn with him when we can, is something that has made me into who I am, and for that I am forever grateful. I appreciate every moment HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us to be able to spend together and to continue to share in simchas together with the family Ad Mei V'Yesrei. Mom and Dad, I have seen the care and concern each of you have for your children. Obviously, each in your own way. And Chani and I have seen the tremendous growth of the siblings over the last 15 years. I'm sure I can speak for all the siblings that we have tremendous hakaras hatov to Mom and Dad, to everything that you do for all of us. Chani, thank you to Chani for arranging the simcha tonight. Your hard work really paid off. But the real hard work has, of course, been putting up with me. I know I'm a simple guy, but sometimes not so much. But of course, for anyone who knows Chani, her kindness, her smile, and her willingness to go out of her way for anyone is something to be emulated. And of course, how can I forget, she tells me all the time, how lucky I am that she's so funny, witty, and beautiful. So a round of applause for her. Zevi, Avi, and Akiva, I'll let Devorah speak about her siblings. Just a quick happy birthday shout out to Abi. Happy birthday, Abi. Also a happy birthday shout out to Bobby, whose birthday will be Sunday. And we miss both Bobby and Uncle Yitzchak. Judy's birthday is coming up. Anyone else? I missed anyone?
Your son.
Yeah, that was last week. Zevi, happy birthday. It's a year from now.
Happy birthday, Zevi.
Yeah. Just a quick rundown of the program tonight so nobody gets caught off guard with 9 speeches. We're serving the soup now. There's going to be my speech. My father's going to speak. We're going to open up the main course after that. Devorah and Chani are going to speak. Yes, women will speak. There's going to be the show. This isn't just, here for design with Yisrael Herbs. And then 9:30-ish, not before 9:30, will be dessert and the montage. I read an article recently about a parent who was reminiscing about simchas they made. The parent said, simchas are familial barometers. A simcha breaks the monotonous routine of life, and suddenly there's a spotlight shining on your child, your whole family. There's a recognition of the change of the child and of the parents of that child. They aren't new parents, they are parents of, for all practical purposes, a teenager. Devorah, for example, had already reached this stage several years ago when she was 9, going on 15. The relationship, the parenting, all needs to have a change. As many of you who raise children from 12, 13 through their 20s and beyond recognize, and are at least cognizant of the possible pitfalls ahead. Yet we are also aware that each child has their own journey. Our job, and hopefully we are successful, is to provide them with good tools, proper provisions, and most of all, daven. But as we all know, we cannot take the journey for them. But each of us, regardless of who we are or what we are, we have to remember, just by the mere fact that one was born is testimony to the great expectations HaKadosh Baruch Hu has of you and all of us, and the importance of each of our missions. What better way to spend the simcha than with close family and friends? Devorah, as this is a most important milestone in your life, who better to spend it with than the people who care most about you and from whom you can look up to and strive to be like? Of course, what bas mitzvah will be complete without going back in time a little bit to see how, if Devorah is still the same as she was when she was 3. We have a section tucked away, hidden in the Dropbox somewhere, a file called Devorah-isms. As parents, we know a child has many funny things to say. We've kept a record of some of them, and I'd like to share a few with you. This isn't meant to poke fun, rather the ones we chose capture a glimpse of the evolution of Devorah's personality from an early age. Age 3. Devorah seems to be very obedient, and we'll see this story. Devorah was very shy in preschool and never spoke to her teachers. One day, while the children were sitting in a circle for a lesson, Devorah was talking to her friends and being noisy. Mora said, Devorah, I'm happy you're talking, but can you wait until the lesson is finished and then you can speak more? Devorah looks at her Mora for a second, processed the request, then turns to her friends and said, anyway, and kept on talking. Another obedient story from age 5, 2 years later. Can only get better. After seeing my manicure, this is Chani writing it, Devorah requested that she get one as well. I told her she could not, as it was against the rules of tag to wear nail polish. Devorah looked at me and said, we can fool Mora and just put it on my toes. Later that day, while looking in the clothing store, Devorah picked up a dress with too many bright colors and said, Mommy, let's get this. I responded saying that if you wear that, you'll look like you joined the circus, to which Devorah responded, I never said anything about joining a circus. Devorah was very complimentary. After Mommy made Devorah a salad dressing, Mommy, you're amazing. You're not that amazing, but you're amazing. Devorah is also very health conscious. Mommy, what do you want in your chicken soup? Devorah, noodles, carrots, croutons, and a vegetable, like a knedel. Devorah is also a modern girl. For Parshas Lech Lecha, Devorah was given a paper suitcase to pack for Avram Avinu for his journey through the desert. Devorah was instructed to draw in the contents of a suitcase in school. She had 2 blobs colored in. When asked what she had drawn for Avram Avinu's journey, she pointed to the first scribble, identifying it as his clothing. I asked, what's that second one? It's Avram Avinu's iPod. Devorah was also a Beis Yaakov girl. I want to be Hashem, but I'm a girl, so I can't. But I can marry him. She never said that. I meant that. Devorah is also very style savvy. How do you say high heels in Hebrew? Age 6. Age 6. You wanted to know how to say high heels. I need to speak slower.
No, we got it.
Another style savvy. Devorah complained for a week about her foot being hurt, begging to go to a doctor to check it out. The doctor confirmed that there was some damage and it would be best to wear a supportive boot for a week to take the pressure off. Devorah cried when presented the boot because it was so ugly, and continued to cry, saying, I wouldn't have complained if I knew the boot wouldn't even match my uniform. Devorah is also very generous. Devorah, here, Mommy, this jewelry box I made in campus for you. Thank you, Devorah. I really made it for myself, but then I didn't like it, so now it's for you. Devorah is also very smart. Devorah, I don't like science. I asked, why not? They tell us boring things like if a ball gets thrown up in the sky, it will come back down. Of course it's going to come back down. I asked, why? Because it doesn't have wings. Age 6. Devorah is also very logical. Devorah asked for money for a charity that we already donated to. I told her I needed the money for people who couldn't afford to put food on the table, to which she replied, if they don't have food, then why do they need a table? Age 5, dipping things in the toilet is funny because people don't know and then they use them. And of course, who can forget when hearing Orly was expecting, Devorah excitedly exclaimed, does Shlomo know? The rest we're going to save for the Shever Brachos. Yankee, I do have Avi's lollipop comment to you in Florida in file for the Bar Mitzvah. Mi'at Hashem. Devorah has grown tremendously. When she wants to, she is very responsible and reliable. The one thing you cannot do is pull the wool over her eyes. She's very astute and street smart. And since she started to work in school, she's also shown she's book smart as well. She takes things, I won't tell you. She takes things she finds to be seriously, and our hope is that she will use her kochos to continue to develop them as she grows. Thank you for coming. I'd like to ask my father to say a few words to cover this.
Wow. It's like the Academy Awards. Finally made it. I'm here. This is the first simcha. of this generation that I have the honor and the covet to participate in. To tell you we are beaming with joy and pride at your Bas Mitzvah Devorah does not begin to describe our feelings. I thank the Ribbono Shel Olam for giving us, and when I say us, I mean Bobby also, she's part of this entire speech, that we are here celebrating this milestone occasion. And it's just amazing how fast time has gone over the last 12 years. I think it's appropriate for this week's Parsha to say a short vart that really encapsulates who we really are and what we as Jews are all about, and particularly to relate it to Devorah. The Torah says that Yaakov Avinu had 4 wives, and Leah first had 3 children, and then she had a 4th son. And when she had that 4th son, the Torah says that Leah said, "Hapam oides Hashem." Now I am giving thanks to Ribbono Shel Olam. So Rashi there says very simple that Baruch HaKodesh, they all knew that Yaakov Avinu will have 12 children. So there were 4 wives, so the math equals 3 per wife. So when Yehuda was born, and Yehuda is the 4th one, this is now when Leah says, "Hapam oides Hashem," because I now have more than the share that I'm entitled to. The Gemara in Brachos brings down that Rabbi Yehuda says, ben Yochai, that before Leah thanked Hashem, there was nobody else that thanked Hashem like her. So the kasha, everybody asked the same kasha. What do you mean there was nobody else who thanked Hashem? Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Eliezer thanked Hashem. What does it mean nobody ever thanked Hashem before? So I saw in Oil Aryeh, Reb Leibel Katz brings down that what Leah thanked with feeling that now she thanked Hashem not for what she should have gotten, but she thanked Hashem for the fact she got a lot more than she should have gotten. And that is what was special. And he further brings down that Rav Pam says that what does it mean nobody thanked Hashem like Leah? It means that Leah wanted to remember constantly that she has to give thanks to Hashem. And to that end, she named her child Yehuda. What is the taich of Yehuda? Thanks. And that's what it means. Nobody ever went to that far to have a constant reminder of what thanks means. And furthermore, that is such an important trait that we as Jews are known as Yehudim, which is a characteristic that's instilled in us genetically, which is chesed, which is thanks, which is all the things that Jews are known for. Hakaras HaTov. Who can say it any better? Life revolves hakaras HaTov. Interpersonal relationships evolve hakaras HaTov. Our entire being evolves hakaras HaTov. I have tremendous hakaras HaTov to my wife, to my children, for everything, for the joy and nachas they've given us. I have tremendous hakaras HaTov that I'm zoiche here standing by my oldest granddaughter's bar mitzvah, this bas mitzvah. Excuse me, you got me. No, it's not Freudian. It's not Freudian. The Jewish hallmark, the way one distinguishes between a Jew and a guy, is by hakaras HaTov. Devorah, we all have so much to be thankful for. You, Devorah, I'm sure, are thankful for the family that you were born in. You have the most incredible parents that a child can have, who love you and cherish you beyond any measure. You also have wonderful siblings, grandparents, uncles and aunts and friends. For you, is something you have to be thankful every day for, because not everybody is as lucky as you. I stand here today thinking it was only yesterday that our lives changed and you came into our life, only 12 wonderful years ago. From rocking you in your bouncy in Florida, to buying you your first bike, to playing with you Pretty Pretty Princess and Uno, and jumping, and being our apartment mate all these years in Florida, and spending all this time. These are the things that have bring joy to us, and we are so proud to see you develop into the special young lady you are developing. Our bracha to you is, you should continue to grow into a true Bas Yisrael, and be thankful for all the good Hashem has bestowed on you. And we should all be here in Yetz Hashem to celebrate your wedding and the coming of Mashiach, Meher V'Imenu. Amen.
there's an invisible gun to my head. My husband is forcing me to speak, so I'll make this quick. First of all, thank everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. I know it was very far for some of you to come, but it was really every single person that's here. It really means a lot to us that you came, and you're very important to us. So thank you. Devorah's telling me to speak louder. So I wanted to just mention that Daddy mentioned a lot of Devorah-isms, and I thought that it was kind of important for you to know where the whole isms thing comes from. And it comes from your Bubby Chill, who you're named after. When we grew up, Bubby used to tell a story about herself, and she called them Bubbyisms. And there would be these funny little stories that happened to her that were kind of awkward and uncomfortable, kind of like Larry David-ish. But she would always tell her stories about herself, and she'd always laugh about them afterwards, and she had the best sense of humor. So just so you know, it comes from somewhere. So on that note, I want you to just realize, thank you, that it's always been my goal in life to embarrass you in public, and this is the perfect opportunity. I know that you love it when I sing in the car with the radio when your friends are there, and I do the hand motions, and you stop and yell at me that I should drive the car and focus. But it's one of the few things I enjoy in life, and it's really cheap, so it's going to be hard for me to give it up. I just want you to know that it's always been you and me in a house full of boys. It's not always easy, but you bear the brunt of the strain that we put on you really well, usually. And I'm very grateful that I have you to help me when things get a little bit crazy and a little bit wild. The name Devorah, a lot of people think of a bee. And while a bee is one thing that you can get from the name Devorah, another thing you can get is Devorah, speech. Speech is an important thing. And when you use your words, you can use them in a nice way, and you can use them in a tough way that can sting like a bee. So you should always remember that words are important, and that you can make people very happy with them also. Also, I just wanted to let you know that I wanted to thank everybody also that are not going to get a thank you in Devorah's speech that I felt needed to get a shout out. First of all, my in-laws, thank you very much for raising such a good son that's been such a good husband to me and such a good father to my children. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my parents for raising me. You did okay, sorry. Also, Brandy, where's Brandy? Thank you very much for always being our doctor on call. I will never give you enough acknowledgement, but thank you. You're really there for us all the time. Aviva Eichler, thank you so much for your gown. We really appreciate it. It's so pretty. I'm very happy that all the chills are here and can join us today. It's like kind of appropriate that it's right before Thanksgiving, and like some of my happiest memories from my childhood are with you guys by Bubby's house on the Upper West Side. And I'm just happy that you guys are able to share this info with us. And I'm going to give the floor to Devorah. Yeah, your turn.
Like you said, rings. It's gonna fall.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're here.
So, thank you everyone for coming. So the parshas of the last few weeks have been very entertaining. In Parshas Chai Sarah a couple of weeks ago, Rivka married Yitzchak after Sarah died, and Rivka came to live with him along with her nurse. Last week in Toldos, Rivka had twins, Yaakov and Esav. They grew up. Rivka advised Yaakov to pretend to be Esav to get the brachos. Esav got very angry, and Yaakov ran away to his uncle Lavan, who was in Haran. In this week's Parsha, Vayetze, Yaakov married Rachel and Leah and had all the Shvatim. Lavan and Yaakov argue about the sheep and realize it's time to part ways. Next week in Vayishlach, Yaakov will reunite with Esav, and Shimon and Levi will kill the entire Shlem because of Dinah. And then the Torah will mention the death of Devorah, the nurse of Rivka, and how Yaakov was so sad that he named the place she died Alon Bachas. There's a midrash that the death of Devorah is really an allusion to the death of Rivka. Remarkably, the death of Rivka is not even recorded in the Torah, but there may be more to it than just that Devorah must have been very remarkable to interrupt the story to announce her death. Only by her death are we even made aware that she lived. As I mentioned earlier in Parshas Sarah, it says Rivka came with her nurse, but no name was mentioned. Throughout all of these parshios, Devorah was quietly there without having been mentioned. From the perspective of Jewish history, Devorah's role is minimal, but from the perspective of the family, it was crucial. This anonymous person would be an important part of Yitzchak and Rivka building their family, and consequently probably played a key role in raising Yaakov. It is suggested by the Chazal that when Yaakov fled from Esav, Devorah went with him. Devorah was therefore the one who passed the tradition of Avram and Sarah to Yaakov when he was not able to be near his mother. Everyone has the ability to play the role of Devorah, someone I hope to be, the kind of person who can work behind the scenes to help everyone around me accomplish what they want and make my family proud of me. Yaakov named the place for Devorah, and some say it was a way to show his hakaras hatov for all she had done for him. On that note, I would like to show my hakaras hatov. So, I would like to give a few thank yous. So, first, I would like to thank Hashem for everything He's done for me, and most importantly, my family and friends. Then I'd like to mention Great Bobby and Uncle Yitzchak, who couldn't make it here from Florida, but we miss them and hope they have great nachas from me and the whole family. I'd like to thank my grandparents for coming. Bobby and Zaidi, it's always so much fun to go out with you. I had so much fun that Shabbos when it was just the three of us this past summer. And I love sleeping over by your house and love eating Bobby's potato kugel. It's so much fun when you come for Shabbos and we play games. Zaidi, I especially love playing Pretty Pretty Princess with you. You are both there for me when I need you, and you are there for all the important things in my life, from sitter plays to birthday parties. Saba and Savta, I really love it when you come to New York. It's always such a treat spending time with you. I wish you lived closer so we could see each other more. Thank you so much for coming in early. It really made all of this more special. Saba, you're the one who always remembers everything. I know my birthday is coming because your card is always the first to arrive, and then we can have fun trying to figure out what you wrote in them. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for coming tonight and bringing my cousins. I always look forward to spending time with my Lego cousins. Dove, I know you're a busy guy, and you said you were 100% probably coming, so I'm happy you're here. Yitzi and Aaron, thank you for having me so many Shabbosim over the summer and always making me my favorite foods. Michael, thank you for always making me laugh. I love playing Silent Rummy Cub with you when you're fasting. Judy and Ellie, thank you for letting me sleep by your house every Thursday night this past summer. Ellie, ew. Really though, I love going out with you for Cholent and going to Gourmet Club. Suri and Hootie, I always love coming to your house and playing with Tamara, Lisa, and Avi. I appreciate you giving my mother good shopping tips for me and making the suggestions for our game we will be playing tonight. Orly, thank you for letting me sleep over this summer when my parents were away. Shlomo, I love learning Chumash with you and getting pizza. Ari, you have been more than just an uncle to me these past few years, and we're so sad that you will be leaving us, and we will miss you tons, but we are excited that Yonina will be joining our family. Dovia and Eliza, you always take me to fun places with you. Our trips to Coney Island, boat rides in Paris Jungle were so much fun and really special to me. Zevi, Avi, and Akiva, thank you for making our house so much fun. I know sometimes that I can be mean to you, but I know if you were a part of our family, our house would be really boring. Last, I would like to thank my parents for doing everything for me and going out of their way for getting me everything I need and for making this party for me and a million more. I love you. Thank you all so much for coming. All of you are very special to me. May we continue to share in simchas together.
girls, since it's your day, there's no way you can lose, so you're on both teams tonight. Hey, come on, everybody. So let's go right into the action. Let's introduce our first game, and we had writers for today's show come up with 2 exciting team names that somehow so fit for you guys over here. Are we ready for our first game show, everybody? Yeah! So here's Stormy on the screen. White Pie Productions proudly presents the 3-minute game show clock. Beat the clock. We are going to try to do as many points as we could while the 3-minute clock is ticking. Our stars for today is not me, but it's Devorah with friends and family. Okay, now the moment you've been waiting for, your team names. Everybody on my right, take a look at this. I heard you have some roots from Flatbush, is that true? So we got the Ascunning from Flatbush over here. Sorry. Okay, you ever see that, JJ? Ascunning? No? Okay, and does anybody who's a fan of Seinfeld will get this one? Okay, let's take a look at this one over here. So we got Ascunning versus LA Industries. Anybody? That was you running into you? Okay. So we got Ascunning versus LA Industries. Girls, you'll just appear with the team names. You can pick your own team names, and let's show you how this game is played, and we'll start with the action. Join me on the screen. The center, very simple. We have sort of like a sports scoreboard, right? So we have the 3-minute clock that tells you how much time is ticking down. Top, you have your score of that round. On the bottom is total score at the end of 5 or 4 rounds, depending on how long they are. We will have the total score. The one that has the most points is the winner. That's right, and the prizes will be announced. Okay, so our first round is going to be a classic round of trivia, random trivia. You buzz in, you get it right, you get 10 points. We need 4 contestants. 2 contestants per buzzer. Raise your hand. Random trivia, nothing Jewish, nothing good. Okay, let's get 2 friends and 2 family members over here. Okay, let's get you tomorrow. We'll look at some family friends. Let's get you 2. How about over here? Josh. If you pull up, come up behind the podium, 2 friends, and then 2 family come up on the side. We're gonna get everybody up. Word from our sponsors over there. Okay, now that we have all our contestants, let's explain how it works. Nobody should lean on the podium because that would set up the buzzers before we yellow on it. And the way it is, let's set the buzzer to yellow. The first team that buzzes in green, like that one over there, will be the first one to answer. If you get it right, 10 points. Don't slap, just palm it with your fingers, okay? Okay. And in order to start this 3-minute clock, when I say you're ready, you have to yell Devorah. You guys got that? Okay, so girls, take your hands away from the podium, because otherwise it will settle just like it just did now. Okay. Are we ready? We're gonna yell Devorah. We're gonna do as much as we can do with a 3-minute clock. Are we ready? 3-minute clock starts now. Name the school that Harry Potter attended. Yes. Agua is correct. What is the top, reset buzzer. What is the top color of the rainbow? Yes. Red is correct. Ties the game so far. Next question. In the nursery rhyme, who sat on the wall before having a great fall? Humpty Dumpty it is. Okay, reset buzzers. Which big country is closest to New Zealand? Wow, you got me on that one. Australia. Okay, next one, don't worry. Moving on, reset the buzzers. How many years are there in a millennium? 100. Yes. 1,000. That is correct. You know this stuff. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. What is the name of the boy that visited the chocolate factory owned by Willy Wonka? Charlie. You know, last name? Bucket. Sorry, we got her over there. Let's get our hands on those buzzers. Podiums, thank you. Okay, listen up. In which year did the Titanic sink? 1912 it is! He's ripping it up over there. I'll stand on your side if that helps. Where did the Olympic game originate from? There you go. Greece it is! Get up your team! Okay, if I stay on the side, maybe it helps. A minute 34 seconds left. Okay, listen up. When was the first atomic bomb dropped? Yes. You know? Yeah, 1945. trivia over here. Listen up. Which 2 years did the Knicks make it into the NBA Final in the 90s? Let's reset that. Which 2 years did they make it into the final in the NBA Final in the 90s? Really? The Knicks? Sorry, in 1994, 1999. Okay, 52 seconds. Which channel on the following 4 shows hosts the most Knicks games? A, the New York Sports TV, B, NSY, C, YES, and D, MSG Network. You know this? Maybe not that. MSG is correct! Give it up for the team of Gunnin over there. Come on, they're not cheering. That's Gunnin! Okay, 28 seconds left to go. Let's go back to a little bit of Donald Trump. How many electoral votes did Donald win by? 9? No, but how many altogether? Anybody want to try that one? 3? Yes? No? 20? No, 306, my goodness. Okay, 3 seconds left to go. Is Donald Trump's hair real? Yes or no? Yes, it's correct. Let's go, that's it. We end the first round with 40 versus 60, only 20 points behind. Give them all a round of applause. Okay. Let's get another. I'll go. I have a chance, I guess. Okay. This is the way this game is going to work. Listen up closely. We are going to ask all these contestants a question about Devorah. Devorah, just bring a chair over here so they go to you. Now, Devorah is going to write an answer down because, of course, Devorah knows the answers all about herself. After she finishes writing it, if your answer matches, you will get a point for your team. Devorah, you ready? You think you can handle this? Oh, don't worry about it. Okay, so this is not a buzzer, this is just a speed round to see how many we do. You know, let's make this clock a 4-minute clock over here. 4-minute clock. Okay. You guys understand the rules? Devorah, you ready? 10 works? Okay. Are we ready? Let's yell out. Question number 1. What is Devorah's favorite drink? Write it down. Okay. You finished writing? Okay, let's do this real quickly.
Seltzer.
What is her favorite drink? Oh, is this obvious? Please tell me you didn't write seltzer. Seltzer it is! 4 points for both teams. Okay, next question. What does Devorah have a lot of? Just write that down. Good. Wow. Oh boy, these are too easy. Slime it is! Okay, that's 40 points if everybody gets it right on each team. Okay, so add irrelevant. Okay, here we go. Who would you say Devorah talks to the most? From her friends, we'll write one friend, and from her relatives, one relative. So who do you talk to the most from your friends and from your relatives? Write something. Okay, we'll start with this side. Okay. Okay, a friend. Finish? We go to a friend and a relative? Okay, let's skip this one. This is too deep. Okay. Next one. Which clothing or accessory does Devorah have the most of? Of which clothing or accessory do you have the most of? No, accessory or clothing. Shoes, socks, shirts. You got it? Okay, go for it. Shoes? No? Shadow. Ah, good Jewish girl, right? Sweatshirts? What do you got over there? Socks! Oh, man. Well, man, you know. A minute and 50 seconds left to go. Okay, listen up. What is Devorah's most favorite school subject, if you had to guess? guess the friends, you got it? Go for it. Recess. Wow, what an educated girl.
No, recess. Lunch.
What did you write? Recess it is! So who said Freedom Center? Well, 4 and 2 over there. So 20 for the team of Scott, 4 for Azan. Okay, here we go. Minute and 16 seconds left to go. This is a hard one, guys. If Devorah can change one thing in her life, what would that be?
Don't tell them the answer. I know that wrong.
Okay, let's start with you guys.
There, sit there.
Hey. Alright, what did you write? A sister. Alright, well, we'll be grabbing up whoever wants to be your sister at the end of the night. What is Devorah's average bedtime? Uh-oh. You good, Devorah? Whatever she wants, she's in charge, huh? 11:45. So one is correct over there. You said any time. Okay, we'll give you one over there. Okay, listen up. 14 seconds. We'll do one more over here. Name a Disney princess character that reminds you of Devorah. Well, that's the match. Who would you think, Devorah? Okay, we're out of time, but let's do it anyway. You done? You wrote something? Okay, you know what? We'll give you guys one more. Let's change that one. Okay, listen up. This is a yes or no question. Does Devorah make her bed every morning? Yes or no? Did you write that down? Oh my goodness. With a lot of O's, no. So 40 points for each one. That brings the second round. Give everybody a big round of applause. Take it up, pretty well. Good. She is taking the lead so far by a few points. Okay. Next round is going to be playing with the whole entire audience. Listen up closely to the way the game goes. Okay, guys, let's just play and have the next game goes. We're going to cut the music to the next game just so we can hear it very loudly. We're going to walk into the audience. This is where the game goes. We're going to do a round of blurt. For example, let's say I say smallest finger on your hand. What would you say? Pinky, right? So I'm going to give you the definition. You're going to have to tell me what that definition is. Oh. Now, we have a few of DEVs for divs. Okay, so the first 6 or 7 or 8 are going to be with the letters DEV. Then we're going to go on to our Thanksgiving thing over here. So you guys understand? If you think you know the definition, one right here blurts it out. First, we'll get 10 points. Let's try to use it for this round. Hey! Definition number 1. Very loving or loyal? Devoted is correct. 10 points for the team of the industries over here. Okay. Grow and become more mature, advanced, or elaborate. Develop. That is 1 point for the team of industrials. I can't read that word. Okay, here we go. Next one. You serve this food. Oh, this is a long one. Forget it. To plan or invent a complex by careful thought. Device. Next one. Listen closely. Cause severe or overwhelming shock or grief. Devastating is correct. I'm going to your team over there. Okay. A track. It all starts with the letter D-E-V. Sorry if you didn't know. A tract of land that has been made available or usable. Development is correct. Wow, you guys are good. But one more for the DEV over here. To stray, especially. Moving on to Thanksgiving definitions over here. A very large meal It also is usually a special or fun occasion, like a party. Feast is correct. Finally, one for the team of Asperim over here, okay? Something that you're fortunate to have in your life. Listen up. Can also be a prayer that people say before eating a meal. Blessing is correct. This is on the Webster Dictionary, okay? Let's try to move in the middle so we can hear everybody. The day following Thanksgiving Day in the United States. Black Friday is correct for the team of the industries over here. Next one. Here we go. A group of individuals with common characters or interests situated in close associations or the section occupied by such a group. In Thanksgiving. Close. Colonies. Okay. Next one. Listen up closely. A member of any of the first groups of people living in North America or South America? Native American is correct for the team of the country. You guys said it first? Okay, sorry, I spun. 30 seconds up to go. Okay, a good feeling that you have towards someone who has helped you given... Close, listen up. Can I finish it? A good feeling that you have towards someone who has helped you give something to you. Thanks is correct. Okay. You've already heard? Okay, we'll get 10 points for everybody. 7 seconds left to go. Listen up. A large American bird that is related turkey. Okay. And we are out of time. Now we're going for one more round over here before we go up to the second game. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Okay, we have a game called Name That Tune. We have a choice of what we could do. Either we could play a round of Name That Tune with the latest hits of Jewish music, or we could do a round of NFL songs. NFL, Name That Tune. Raise your hand if you want the top choices. Raise your hand if you want NFL. Okay, Jewish music, go on, Jewish music. Some of the ladies. What song from him? Yeah, we're not doing singers, we're doing Name That Tune.
Keep playing, let's hear.
Let's play that again. Play it again. Play there is correct. Right there, 10 points for the team of the industries. Okay, song number 2. Moving on. So we got the moves. Now. That was Simple Liners. The Alan Cole, the Simple Liner. That song. What's up? You know the song? That's good. No, not what question there? No.
I know the words, but I don't know the
Penny Freeman, guys. Penny Freeman was over. Excellent. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it. Right, after singing with it.
Live.
Take that as a single first before. Cool. Okay, next one. Let's get up a little easier. 50 more seconds. I'll give you a hint, Yeshiva Boys Choir. Next song. Let's listen to it again. Correct. I was going to get that one Okay, we'll stop it there. Let's gonna win the last round over there. Let's tally up the score and get on with the second game. And our grand winners for the first game is none other than the team of the But don't worry, we still got a whole other game over here. Okay, while we reset that, let's go. Okay, there's actually one person who budgeted for this game, so that'll be you. This goes. I need your help, anybody who knows how this goes. Name something that you take to the beach. Very good. Name something you would buy the first thing that comes to mind in the grocery. Oh, what about this? Name something that's stuffed. There you have it. Join me on the screen. We are going to play on Thanksgiving. Christmas Family Feud, starting Devorah with a family of friends. Let's remind ourselves our two teams. Everybody on my right, you are the team up. Guys, come on, you can do better. Versus on my left, the team up. That's right, I hope you guys get the job. Okay, so listen up, this is the way the game works. We're going to do one match with several rounds today. We're going to have, you will be the face-off, grab your film for this one, and Devorah's going to be the face-off. Everybody get your hands off the podium, so not etc. Listen up to the way the game works. Round one, we are going to ask the top survey question. Let's take a look how many answers. We have 7 possible answers. First we'll have a face-off round just to see who will get the top, and then we will open up for the whole entire team until either they get all the answers correct, or they get 3 answers. The opposite team will get the chance to steal the penny point. Okay, hands are off the podiums. Okay, good. Here we go. Question number 1. Where can you really find a turkey being at? Yes.
Thanksgiving dinner.
Hey, Thanksgiving dinner. You guys agree? Let's become the way to say Thanksgiving dinner. Oh! So now, girls, stay tight. Don't know what it is. If they get 3 answers, it comes back to you.
We're gonna play.
Okay, 30 seconds. You guys are in play, all 4 of you together. Let's take a look. Where can you really find a turkey being? 30 seconds clock. A farm. You guys agree that you can find a turkey in a farm? Let's see top answer says a farm. Oh, there you go. Skip over 1. 30 seconds for another answer. Grocery store. No kidding. Oh, that doesn't mean it's the right answer, just to pick the top survey. 2 more asks because another team. You guys are thinking of an answer? Think of an answer. The oven. Inside somebody's oven. What's the top survey to say? The oven. Uh-oh. Ouch. By the way, you can think Jewish. You can think Jewish. Yo, Teva, you agree with that, everybody? That's a good one. Let's see time for answers. Go on, Teva. Oh, hold on. You got 60 points pending. We got 4 answers. If you get any one of those, Devorah and family and friends and brother, then you get to steal the points. So, you sure on that one? So the Shmuel Kafaris. At a Shabbos table. Do you agree with that? Let's see top 30 as it says, served at an elegant Shabbos. Oh! There you go. Shabbos or remember there steals their points. But don't worry, there's still a lot more rounds, but it's gonna take the lead. Let's see what number 7 was. Out in the countryside. Number 6 was served at a simcha. Number 4 was at like a dinner or any similar functions. Let's give them a big round of applause and let's get another round of contestants. This one, you guys have to know a little bit about the Devorah for this one. You guys can sit down, give them a big round of applause and let's get another group up. announcement? You guys. Okay, who's gonna do the face over then? Everybody else, hand over the podium. Okay, we're gonna set the buzzers once we have round 2, question on the screen. Here we go, round 2, take a look at the screen. 5 possible answers. Let's take a look at the screen. Question number 1. 2, where can you find Devorah at when on Central Avenue? David's? David's Pizza Store. Let's see, top answer. It says David's Pizza Store. Do you think that means, oh, top answer. So girls, keep the answers in your mind. If they get 3 answers, come back to you. Gifts and crafts. Devorah, you agree with that? Let's see, top answer. It says gifts and crafts. Wow. 3, 4, 5. Amazing savings. Have you ever gone there? Let's see, top 10 said amazing savings. Varieties. Let's see, final answer, readers. Girls agree. Or agree. Let's see, top 10 says readers. One more to bring it on, girls. 30 seconds for a final answer. I'll stand on the side over here. Oh, nuts. Do you agree with that? Let's see, touch our hands and says, oh, nuts! Great going. Okay, girls, have a seat. Sorry guys, none of them are winning this game so far. Let's get relatives over here. This is a very crucial game. And if I got Mrs. Freeman, let's represent your side over here. You can ask your husband also. Mrs. Freeman and Basketball girls' parents and Basketball girls come up on this side. Cousins and relatives, they're all over here. Bro, get them up here. At this time, let's give a big round of applause for the appearance of Devorah coming out to the game show set over here. Have you ever been in a game show before? Right? They don't know the answers. This is all. Okay, so Devorah, you don't want to be sing with them? Oh, you want to see what they know? Okay, fine. Here we go, we got the grandparents as well. Okay, here we go, round 3. I need you to be, one of you guys to be the girlfriend. Okay. Okay, round 3, let's take our hands away from the podiums or the buzzers. Has 7 possible answers. Listen closely to the way this goes.
Jackal.
Mom always says, well, yeah. Can you give me another common word that often goes together with the word well, besides well, yeah? Buzzers reset? No buzzers first? Okay, they got it. Sorry about that.
Well done.
Well done. Anybody do that? Let's see, time survey says well done. Keep going. You guys have one chance to try to go one higher. And then you guys get the lead, otherwise they get it until they get 3 outs. Get well. Anybody ever think of that? Let's see, time survey says get well. Oh! Number 1 answer. You guys get the lead until it comes back to there. Wait, you're not the one who says yeah, well, right? Okay, 30 seconds, guys. Well-being. Well-being. Let's see if well-being makes the top survey answer. Oh. Sorry, 2 more rounds because of the other team. They're home. Welcome. You want to break it up like that? Oh, yes. Final answer. Welcome. You sure that's the best you can do? One more, come on. Work well. Farewell. Let's see top survey says farewell. Which one is it? 30 seconds. Well-rounded? Let's see. Well-rounded. So you guys got 44 points pending. One more chance for the team of Valley Industries. Oh wow. Yeah. Let's go! Sorry, didn't make it. Oh well. Number 6 was well-versed. Number 5 was be well. Number 4 was well put. Number 3, well said. So, Scott take the lead. Come on, we need to get some points here, guys. Let's get a big round of applause. We're going to go on to another question. Should we keep the line up over here? Okay, we actually need family in this next round also. So family, can we stay up over here? Okay, round 4. Let's take a look at the screen. Round 4. Okay, we need family. You can switch on which family. Round 4, this pertains to the whole entire... Okay, round 4, this is called the whole family. So 1 second, we got to move. Okay, there we go. Okay, round 4, let's take a look at the questions pertaining to both sides of the family. Question number 4. Name a common family name in both the Freeman families over there. Yes. Avi or Yitzchak? Avi? Ari. Let's see, top survey answer says Ari. So you said Ari, right? Okay.
No.
You said Avi? I'm sorry. Okay, what do you guys have to say? Avi. Let's see, top survey answer says Avi. But the team must kind of... Okay, sorry guys, I'll take the lead. 3 outs, gets it on the team. Yitzi, anybody named Yitzi over here? A few of them, huh? Let's see, top survey says Yitzi. Alright, you guys got to know their famous names also. Okay, 30 seconds for another one, guys. Aliza? Let us see if Aliza makes the top survey answers over here. Right in order. 4 and 5. What do you got? Dove or Dovey? Dove. Raise your hand if you're a dove over here. Oh, not back. Skip 1. Still 3 guys left to go. Want to come up? You can come up. 30 seconds counting, 14 seconds. Yehuda, let's see top survey answer says Yehuda. Oh, 2 more outs to the team. Final answer, 10 seconds. Shana. Let's see top survey answer says Shana. Ooh. 1 more out, this is another team. They could use some points. Final survey answer, chance for you guys. Let's see top survey answer says Surrey. Sorry, or anything with the sir. Oh. Guys, you guys got it back. Let's see if you get your first 100 points. For Devorah, anybody named Devorah here? Let's see top survey says Devorah. Give it up for you guys. Okay. participate. Devorah, if you want to participate again, you can come up. 6 possible answers. Let's take our hands away. Wait, we set those buttons again. Wait, come on, you guys ready? Yeah? Okay, good. Question, look it up on the screen. Name something people do before having a picture taken. Fix their hair. Let's see, top 7 answer says, fix their hair. Top 7 answer says, fix their hair. There you go, straighten out there. Wait, you gotta see if they got anything lower or higher. Smile when you take a picture. Make sure you smile. You guys agree with that? Let's see top 7 answer says, smile. Oh! Sorry, later. Keep as many answers as you could. Because they might be 3 outs. 30 seconds for all you people over here. Wipe your teeth, find out in 2. One answer at a time. Fix your tie. So make sure your tie is straight. Fix your tie. Let's see top 7 answers. Fix your tie. There you go. Fix your tie, jacket, or whatever. Fill in my gap. 1, 2, and 6. That's still done. Fix your teeth. Anybody have to do that? Final answer. Wait, let's do her answer first. Fix your teeth. Make sure your teeth is clean, or if there are false dentures, make sure they're in right. Oh, I guess that didn't make it. 2 more out. This is another team. Put on makeup. Check your makeup. Let's see. Top 7 answer says makeup. Now we're gonna go there on the high. 1 and 6 are left. We'll look in the mirror. Yeah, that's what he said. Let's see top 7 answer says, look in the mirror. Check yourself up in the mirror. Oh, there you go. One more out. This is the last team. Say cheese. So this is before you smile, right? Let's see top 7 says, say cheese. Oh, you guys got one more though. Where's the photographer? Are these answers correct? What would you say? Tuck your shirt. Have you ever seen people do that? Let's see top 7 answer says. Oh, that's it. I'll give you a hint. Actually, I can't give you a hint. This is something that the photographer always asks you to do. Take off your glasses. You guys agree with that? Let's see top 7 answer says. Take off your glasses. My wife makes me do that. Okay, one more F. Actually, no more F's. One still gets you guys points. Position yourself. Do you ask them to do that? Let's see top 7 answer says to position yourself. Oh! Alright, we have actually tried to do one more really quick one. Let's get up some more contestants. Anybody wants to come up? Wants to have another chance? Devorah, you can come up with us. Okay, this brand is more like current event style, so maybe we want to have folks join in. Okay, who's facing off over here, you guys? Okay. Okay, right after this game is over, we will announce the winners, and then the photographer wants to take a friend picture behind the backdrop over here. Okay, round 5, 6, our final round for today's show. Everybody remembers back in the day during elections, this is a hot topic. Wait, what are you buzzing in? I didn't say the question. Let's reset those buzzers. Look at the question first, please. Question. What was President-elect Trump's most common sales pitch during the presidential election campaign in 2016? Make America great again. You guys agree with that? Let's see top 7 says, make America great again. America great again. 30 seconds is a lot of them. Keep your mind at them. I get all 3 F's. I'll build a wall around Mexico. That's the top 7 answer says. Build a wall around Mexico. He said that one? I'm gonna drain the swamp, clean up the swamp once and for all. And by the time we're cleaning the swamp, oh man, you serious? I'm gonna put Hillary in jail. Let's see, that means pot serving angel over here.
Lock her up.
When I become president, I'll take Hillary to court and 3, 4, 6 to left. It's gonna be huge. Let's see top serving angel said it's gonna be huge. Oh. 2 more eyes. Okay, I'm gonna fight. Oh, I'm gonna move the capital from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. 10 seconds left. What? So North Korea? So terrorists? Okay, we're gonna do this first. Okay, they said move the capital from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem to Jerusalem. Let us see that means not to mention. By the way, did he do any of this yet? Anyways, okay, one more item to see. The terrorist bill, something about terrorists. Let's see top survey, it says terrorists. There you go. 3 and 4. Let's bring this round home, guys. So far, first game was won by the opposite team. Let's see if we can have everybody a winner tonight. Get rid of Obamacare. Yes? Let's see some of it said get rid of Obamacare. One more brings it home, guys. Only 18 point difference. Let's see top of it says I will lower taxes. And we sorry. Yes, what do you guys have? 30 seconds. I'm going to send the Mexicans back to Mexico. Okay, let's see if top servant Santa says I'll send the Mexicans back to Mexico. Oh, at least 4 of you guys are out of tries, but you can try just for the fun of it. What? Let's see what number 3 was. I'm going to bring jobs back to America. Thank you so much for coming to the live game show. Let's see who our winners are for the second game. And that is the team of Aspen. So we have 1 game, 1 from each. Thank you so much for coming to the live game show. Devorah, thank you, Devorah and friends. If we can gather you up here, just for a friend picture behind the backdrop over here.
Go. Mazel tov, Devorah. I want your iPod. Thank you.
Mazel tov, Devorah, on this beautiful, beautiful occasion. You're right, the rest of your life should be as beautiful as this, and we should continue sharing only simchas.
Mazel tov, Ari Chani, Devorah on your bas mitzvah. Wow, we just watched the beautiful picture montage, how you grew up from baby to now in literally 5 minutes, and that's how it feels in real life as well. Just flew by, and you are a beautiful young lady, and we should continue to see much, much nachas from you. We love you.
Hurrah!
Here you go. Say Mazel tov, Devorah. Mazel tov, Devorah. We love you.
Mazel tov. We love you.
We said we love you.
Mazel tov, Devorah. We love you from Chaim Asher, Abi, and Erin.
Hey Devorah, we want to say Mazel tov for your favorite uncles. We love you.
Mazel tov, Devorah.
Mazel tov, Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Devorah. It was worth all the driving from Cincinnati to be here to celebrate with you tonight.
Mazel tov, Devorah. Just like in this week's Parsha,
Yaakov leaves the safety of his parents' house and goes out to do it on his own. And he goes out to get education for 14 years before he faces the world. So too, you have best of luck as you grow up and prepare to leave your own house and go out on your own too. Mazel tov, many more simchas.
Amen. Amen.
Mazel tov, Devorah. I love you so much. I'm so proud of the wonderful person you're turning into, and I can't wait to see what you turn into as a grown-up. Kisses and hugs. Love you.
Mazel tov, Devorah. We love you very much, and we hope that you grow into a true Bas Yisrael and you'll bring nachas to your parents, your brothers, your whole family, and to Hashem. We love you.